How about this one? What do you think of this? So the other day, I leave the dentist. My face is, numb and whatever. I'm drooling. And I go into Central Park. My dentist is on the Upper West. So the whole time I'm getting just tortured on the dental chair. I'm thinking, I can't wait to get to Central Park. It's all I have today is the dentist. So once I'm through this hell, I got a free day. It's beautiful. It's 75. It's sunny.
Nice.
I got a book with me. So I go into Central Park, and I'm sitting on a nice bench. Perfect amount of sunshade. You know when you have like half sun, half shade?
Yes.
It's the sun coming through the shade, but you're cool, but you got a little vitamin dizzle, and it's a breeze.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm reading, and the pigeons are flying by, and there's beautiful women walking by. I'm there for about 40 minutes, and I read for about 5, and then I just stare at the trees and gratitude bullshit, and then I go back and read. And this guy walks by me and goes, "Pardon me, sir." And I go, yes.
Uh-oh.
And I'm nervous because everything's getting kooky in the city. COVID and crime, like you said, it's strange times here.
Tense.
It's tense. And he goes, "Excuse me, sir." And I go, "Yes, hi." And he looks a little ragged, and he goes, "Are you aware of where you're sitting?" And so immediately I'm like, what the fuck? I'm on a bench. I'm looking around, and when you have that rush of thought, anxiety, answers, what's about to happen to me? And I'm like, is it wet paint? Is this someone's, tombstone?
Right.
What the fuck? And so I look around, I go, yeah, I don't know. And he goes like, "There's rats all over the place, just gnawing right in here." He's like, "I don't know if you see them, but there's an overflow of rats in the city, and they are right behind you. You better be aware of that."
Wow, weird.
And I've been sitting here for a half hour. I'm like, I've seen a couple squirrels, some birds. It's quite pleasant.
Yeah.
And I know we talked about it before. I think there's 4-to-1 rats in the city, and the rats they're starving or they're eating each other supposedly now.
Yes.
So it's not nothing, but I'm like, is this guy crazy, or is he like a sage wisdom fella?
Yeah, because that's pretty par for the anal with the rats in New York. Like, oh, there's a bunch of rats in that bush. You're like, yeah, I know. I know the city. That's how it works.
Yeah, so he just kept walking. He's like, "I just want you to be aware. There's rats all over the place, and they're gnawing around." And I was like, okay. And I didn't want to move because I didn't want to give him the satisfaction because I'm like, get out of here. So he left, and I was like, what a nut. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been sitting here. But then I did have a moment where I was like, all right, I'll get out of here because maybe he knows. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was spooky and strange.
Did you give a look back? Like, man, let me check this rat's nest he spoke of and see what the word is.
I looked back. I didn't see anything but wood because, it's very thick in the park. Like I was sitting on a bench with trees right behind me. But
yeah.
I did recently see a rat just walking through like sheep meadow, like in the ground, like a big lawn. So
what?
They're going to weird places. Yeah, because there's less food because nobody's out and about. Or not as many people are out and about.
Right. Well, when I was a wee lad, I remember before I did comedy, I visited New York with my girlfriend, and we stayed in an Airbnb. No, we stayed in a hostel in the Upper West Side, like 101st Street. And the trees had so many rats in them that you had to run from the corner to the building because they would fall randomly out of the trees. That's how many rats were in these trees, and it was so terrible. We'd run in the street because he didn't want to run in the sidewalk for some reason. But yeah, those rats, they're no joke.
Yeah, I mean, they're scary, but I mean, then I had the image of one just walking up to my ankle and just gnawing it off or whatever.
Oh, God.
But yeah, that was strange. That was just something, I don't know, worth mentioning. It was very bizarre, and who knows, but
that's such a weird approach. That's what's eerie about that whole encounter is are you aware of where you're sitting? Like, he could have gone, "Hey, man, there's a lot of rats here. Just letting you know." That would have been way more normal.
Well, the other thing is strange. I'm like, there's got to be, the park is quiet comparative to normal times, but I'm like, there's got to be 15,000 people in this park right now. Are you just telling everybody this, or just people that are sitting on the benches? I don't know. I mean, there was other people on the benches, so I don't know. I guess because I had a backpack, maybe I look like a nerd, douche, tourist, asshole, fed.
I don't know. That's definitely kooky.